70-year-old woman gave birth to twins on Thursday following IVF treatment and became Africa's oldest mother.
From a baby with a tail, or the dramatic story of a baby without a womb, these rare children's births not only shock, but also reshape our understanding of human development. They simply go beyond the boundaries of medical science and redefine what's possible. Speaking of the most unbelievable childbirths ever recorded, join us as we delve into the top 20 extraordinary and suspenseful births around the globe. 2 babies from 2 uteruses in 2 days. 32-year-old Kelsey Hatcher recently experienced a miracle that left everyone in awe.
Didn't even have the time to say anything. I immediately said, "Oh my gosh, there's another one."
She gave birth to 2 beautiful baby girls last week, but these little ones are far from ordinary twins. Kelsey delivered her daughters, Roxy and Rebel, from 2 separate wombs, a rare and astonishing occurrence. On December 19th, at 7:45 in the evening, Kelsey naturally delivered her first baby, Roxy. 10 hours later, on December 20th, Rebel made her entrance into the world via a C-section.
Came from the right uterus and had a C-section for the baby that came from the left uterus.
This incredible event took place at the University of Alabama at Birmingham Hospital. Kelsey's condition, known as a dicavitary pregnancy, is a 1 in a million phenomenon, according to experts. She was diagnosed as a teenager with uterus didelphys, a rare condition where a woman has 2 uteruses. Only about 0.3% of women have this condition, and Kelsey also has 2 cervixes. Despite having had 3 normal pregnancies in the past, this 4th pregnancy was unlike anything her obstetrician, Dr. Shweta Patel, had ever seen. Dr. Patel, who had cared for Kelsey during her previous pregnancy, was shocked when the first ultrasound revealed 2 fetuses, each in its uterus. It was a true medical surprise for everyone involved. To manage this unique situation, Dr. Patel teamed up with Dr. Richard O. Davis, a professor in maternal fetal medicine who specializes in high-risk pregnancies. Together, they ensured Kelsey and her babies received the best care possible. Despite their combined experience of nearly 60 years, neither doctor had ever delivered twins from 2 separate wombs. There was some debate about whether the newborns could technically be called twins since they didn't share the same uterus. However, Dr. Davis confidently stated, "At the end of the day, it was 2 babies in 1 belly at the same time. They just had different apartments." The Fontenot's miracle child. A 10-year-old boy from Louisiana named Jaden Fontenot showed his bravery and quick thinking when he helped his mom deliver his baby brother at just 30 weeks. On September 2017, Jaden's mom, Ashley Moreau, suddenly went into labor. The baby was in a dangerous position, and she could feel his feet as she was in the bathroom, not realizing she was in labor. Jaden quickly ran to get his grandmother, who lives next door, to call the police. But she couldn't help with the delivery, so Jaden rushed back to his mom, who was lying on the bathroom floor and bleeding. The baby wasn't breathing. Jaden stayed calm and asked his mom what to do. Ashley told him they needed to get the baby out quickly because he was in trouble. Jaden carefully pulled the baby out by his legs, but the baby still wasn't breathing. Thinking fast, Jaden ran to the kitchen, grabbed a nasal aspirator, and used it to clear the baby's nose. That's when the baby started to breathe. By the time the paramedics arrived, Jaden had already delivered his brother. Both his mom and baby brother were taken to the hospital, where they recovered. Doctors say Jaden's brave actions saved their lives. Fraternal twins with distinct paternities. The arrival of twin baby boys, Justin and Jordan Washington, brought an unexpected twist to their parents' lives. Born just 7 minutes apart, these brothers share a unique connection. They have different fathers. This rare event happened because their mother, Mia, conceived the twins with 2 different men during a brief affair. The extraordinary double conception occurred during Mia's short fling, leading to Justin being the biological son of her partner, James Harrison, while Jordan has a different father whose identity remains unknown. Despite the shocking news, James showed incredible understanding and chose to raise both boys on his own, challenging societal norms with his acceptance. The truth about the twins' different fathers came to light when Mia noticed that the boys had distinct facial features. Seeking answers, she visited Clear Diagnostics' DNA lab, where a paternity test confirmed the rare circumstance. There was only a 0.001% chance that Justin and Jordan shared the same father. Experts explain this phenomenon as heteropaternal superfecundation, where fraternal twins are conceived with different fathers. Dr. Chris Dreiling from the Pediatric Association of Dallas highlighted the rarity of such cases, which require precise timing and overlap during ovulation with multiple partners. While cases like these are sometimes linked to in vitro treatments or lab errors, the Washington twins' story unfolded naturally. The revelation of their different fathers first came when one of the babies looked noticeably different from James, but James's decision to love and raise both boys equally stands as a remarkable example of understanding and love. Identical quintuplets. The Dionne quintuplets, born on May 28, 1939, near Callander, Ontario, Canada, were 5 amazing sisters named Emily, Yvonne, Cécile, Marie, and Annette. They were born early to their parents, Oliva and Elzira Dionne, and became famous around the world. With a total of 14 children in their family, including 9 born individually, the quintuplets became celebrities. They appeared in movies, promoted products, and attracted large crowds as a tourist attraction in Northern Ontario. Dr. Alan Roy Defoe, their caring doctor, became well known because of their story. In 1935, the Ontario government took custody of the quintuplets and built a special hospital for them called Quintland. Their father regained custody in 1941, but faced many legal challenges. In 1998, the sisters won a lawsuit against the government for the way they were treated. These quintuplets were the first set of 5 babies to survive both medically and genetically, which was a remarkable achievement. They came from a single fertilized egg, and the University of Toronto studied them closely. 3 of the sisters got married and lived unique lives. Sadly, Emily and Marie passed away in 1954 and 1970, respectively, while Yvonne died in 2001. Cécile had twins of her own. The sisters shared their difficult childhood experiences in books like We Were 5 and Family Secrets, the Dionne quintuplets' autobiography, telling the world about the exploitation they faced. Twins born, 87 days apart. Amy and Katie are remarkable twins who were born 87 days apart, a rare and amazing event. Their story began in 2012 when their mother, Maria Jones Elliott, from Waterford, Ireland, went into labor unexpectedly at just 23 weeks pregnant. Maria was very worried because doctors usually consider 24 weeks the earliest a baby can survive outside the womb, and a full pregnancy lasts around 40 weeks. When Amy was born on June 1, 2012, she was nearly 4 months early and weighed just a little over a pound. Her tiny size meant she needed immediate medical care in the NICU, and her chances of survival were slim. But something surprising happened after Amy was born. Maria's contractions stopped. This meant Katie, the second twin, stayed in the womb longer, giving her more time to grow. However, this also brought risks, as she could develop an infection. Doctors tried to induce labor again, but it didn't work, so Maria and her husband decided to let nature take its course. Katie held on for nearly 3 more months, and on August 27, 2012, she was born at 36 weeks, almost full term. Katie was healthy enough to go home just 5 days later, but Amy needed 7 more weeks in the hospital due to her early arrival. Despite the tough start, both Amy and Katie are now healthy and happy, defying the odds. Amy and Katie hold the official Guinness World Record for the longest time between twin births. Their story isn't the only one of its kind. There are other cases of twins born far apart, like Molly and Benjamin West, born 90 days apart in 1996. In their case, Molly was born 3 months early, and doctors managed to delay Benjamin's birth to give him a better chance of survival. Even more incredible is the story of Timothy and Celeste Keys, born 95 days apart in 1994 and 1995. Timothy was born 3 months premature and had to fight hard to survive, while Celeste stayed in the womb longer and was born healthy 3 months later. Extraordinary double dwarfism newborn. Nathan Phillips, 34, and his fiancée, Laura Whitfield, 24, were overjoyed when they found out Laura was pregnant. But their journey into parenthood would be anything but ordinary. What made their story truly remarkable was not just the arrival of their child, but the unique challenges they faced along the way. Both Nathan and Laura have different forms of dwarfism, which adds a layer of complexity to their pregnancy. Laura, who has achondroplasia, faced serious risks, and there was a possibility that their baby could inherit a double dose of her condition, leading to even greater complications. When they sought medical advice, the doctors, concerned about the risks, suggested they consider an abortion. But Nathan and Laura, known for their strength and determination, chose a different path. They decided to continue with the pregnancy, ready to face whatever challenges came their way. Their decision was driven by love and hope, and they were determined to see it through. Months later, their son, baby Nathan, was born. In a surprising twist, he did not inherit the feared double condition. Instead, baby Nathan amazed everyone by inheriting both types of dwarfism from his parents, earning him the endearing nickname Double Dwarf. This unexpected outcome brought joy to the couple and left the medical community in awe. Recently, Nathan and Laura added another chapter to their story, with the arrival of a second baby, further enriching their already extraordinary journey. Man who fought nature. Meet Thomas Batty, a trailblazer who bravely broke societal norms and turned his dreams into reality. In 2008, Thomas made headlines around the world by announcing that, as a transgender man, he was expecting a baby, making him the first pregnant man in history.
I think you could see this is show the bare belly so we can just see that nice. Oh my God.
Previously known as Tracy Lagondino, Thomas lived happily in sunny Hawaii. His extraordinary journey became public when he revealed his pregnancy during an exclusive interview with Oprah Winfrey, famously saying, "I'm pregnant." After transitioning legally to a man at age 34 with hormone treatment, Thomas decided to keep his female reproductive organs. The story took a remarkable turn when Thomas's baby girl was born through a unique method involving artificial insemination, donor sperm, and his own eggs, a groundbreaking approach that surprised many. Thomas documented his experience as a pregnant man in personal essays and books, sharing his journey with the world. Kayla Simpson's surprise baby. Pregnancy is one of those amazing things that never stops surprising us. But it's even more incredible when a mom doesn't realize she's expecting until her baby is about to arrive. That's exactly what happened to TikTok user Kayla Nicole Simpson, who shared her unbelievable story in a video that quickly went viral. The video was captioned, "Crazy that a year ago I was 9 months pregnant," and it's easy to see why it caught so much attention. Kayla explained that she had no idea she was pregnant. When she started feeling sharp pains, she rushed to the emergency room, thinking she had appendicitis. Just 15 minutes later, she was in labor with her baby girl. In the video, Kayla is seen holding her little one while sharing her story through captions. She said that she was a sophomore in college at a party. 9 months later, she went to the hospital thinking that she had appendicitis. The doctors didn't know what was wrong, but things took a surprising turn during an ultrasound. Kayla's mom noticed something familiar on the screen. Then, Kayla felt intense pain, and the doctor rushed in. She was shocked to hear the doctor say, "It's a head." With just 3 pushes, and in only 15 minutes, Kayla delivered her baby girl. Kayla shared that she had no idea she was pregnant because her periods were regular, she didn't have a baby bump, and she was the skinniest she had ever been. 2 days later, Kayla and her baby girl, Madison, left the hospital, both perfectly healthy. Kayla's story was so popular that she made a follow-up video to answer the most common questions she received. She explained that she didn't drink alcohol during her pregnancy. Her parents were shocked but supportive. And yes, her baby's dad knows and is involved. They just keep him offline. Now little Maddie is 1 year old, and from Kayla's TikTok posts, it's clear she's a happy and adorable baby. Extraordinary triplets. Macy and Mackenzie entered the world conjoined, sharing pelvic bones and a third leg, while their sister Malene was born unattached. From the very start, life was challenging for the conjoined sisters as they faced the complexities of their rare condition. Tragically, their birth parents, struggling with severe drug issues, were unable to care for the 3 babies. This difficult situation led the triplets into foster care, leaving their future uncertain, especially for Macy and Mackenzie. In a beautiful and heartwarming turn, Darla and Jeff Garrison stepped in when the girls needed a loving home the most. This caring couple from the US recognized the urgent need for a nurturing environment and made it their mission to provide one. After undergoing difficult surgeries, Mackenzie and Macy began adapting to life with prosthetic legs, and the adoption process moved forward. Today, the triplets live life to the fullest, enjoying school activities, art classes, and even horseback riding. The baby born without a womb. Jane Woodhead had 2 wombs, a condition called uterus didelphys, which made her dream of becoming a mother seem almost impossible. At first, Jane and her partner, Paul Harridge, faced heartbreak when they learned they needed IVF to conceive a child. To cope with their feelings, they decided to adopt a 10-week-old puppy named Zach. Just before their IVF appointment, Jane began to feel unwell and went to the hospital, only to discover an incredible surprise. She was already 7 weeks pregnant. Throughout her 39-week pregnancy, Jane had 17 scans to make sure her baby was healthy. 3 months ago, she gave birth to her daughter, Grace Violet Harridge, amid a dramatic storm of heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. A birthday gift that made Jane's 40th birthday unforgettable. Despite the initial shock of her diagnosis, Jane was overjoyed by the unexpected news of her pregnancy. Grace, her little miracle, grew quickly and gained weight from 6 to 11 pounds. Jane and Paul felt incredibly blessed as they reflected on their journey, grateful for their lovely miracle. Grace. Most premature body. In April 2021, the University of Alabama at Birmingham's NICU celebrated a truly special moment. The day Curtis Means finally went home after an incredible 275 days in the hospital. Curtis made history as the most premature baby to ever survive, earning a spot in the Guinness World Records. He was born at just 21 weeks, and one day, a feat that seemed impossible. Curtis's journey began on the 4th of July night in 2020, when his mom, Michelle Butler, went into early labor. She gave birth to twins, Curtis and Siasia, on July 5th. Sadly, Siasia passed away the next day, and Curtis was left with a less than 1% chance of survival. Dr. Brian Sims, a professor of pediatrics at UAB, knew how slim Curtis's chances were. But Curtis, despite all odds, began showing signs of improvement, with a stronger heartbeat and better oxygen levels. The medical team, led by Dr. Colum Travers, couldn't believe how well Curtis was responding to treatment. Curtis's incredible survival was carefully managed through the UAB Golden Week program, which focused on giving him the best possible care during those critical first days. This program provided the right support for his breathing, nutrition, and overall health, helping him overcome one challenge after another. Curtis survived not just the first week, but also the first month, and eventually spent a total of 275 days in the NICU. Throughout his journey, Curtis received constant care from a dedicated team, including speech therapists, respiratory therapists, and nurses. They worked tirelessly to help him overcome breathing difficulties and reach important milestones. RNICU nurse Sumita Gray shared the team's determination to see Curtis finally go home. On April 6, 2021, the day Curtis was discharged was nothing short of miraculous. 6 months later, Curtis and his mom were surprised with a special gift outside the UAB Women and Infants Center, a Guinness World Records certificate. Baby born with tail. In Brazil, a baby boy astonished doctors when he was born with a 12 centimeters long tail-like appendage, complete with a ball at the end. This unusual feature, described as a true human tail, defied the typical development process. Normally, babies develop a tiny tail in the womb that gets absorbed, forming the tailbone. However, in this rare case, the tail continued to grow. The discovery, made only after the baby's birth, was documented in a medical journal with pictures showing the ball-shaped mass at the end of the tail. The medical team at Albert Sabin Children's Hospital in Fortaleza successfully removed the tail and ball through surgery. Before the surgery, doctors confirmed that the tail had no cartilage or bone, making it an extremely rare instance of a true human tail. Only 40 cases of children born with boneless tails have ever been documented, making this case even more remarkable. The baby was delivered at 35 weeks, and the ultrasound before birth did not reveal any connection between the tail and the child's nervous system. Newborns holding hands. Born prematurely via C-section, the twins Jenna and Jillian Thistlethwaite weighed just under 5 pounds each, but they made a huge impact with their heartwarming arrival. As they came into the world, they clasped each other's hands, astonishing everyone, including the surgeons. The twins were part of a rare mono-mono pregnancy, where they shared the same placenta and amniotic sac, something that happens in only 1 in every 10,000 births. Their family kindly allowed News 5 to document their unique journey, and the story of the twins holding hands became the most viewed piece on the News 5 Cleveland website, reaching an astounding 27 million people. Longest pregnancy labor ever. A brave Polish woman, Joanna Krzysztonek, spent an incredible 75 days nearly upside down to save the lives of her 2 unborn babies. This extraordinary effort came after the heartbreaking loss of one of the 3 fetuses she was carrying, which was born prematurely and sadly didn't survive. Joanna eventually gave birth to her baby girl, Iga, and baby boy, Ignacy, on February 15th at a neonatal clinic in Wrocław, a town in southwestern Poland. Remarkably, she spent over a month and a half in this challenging position, all for the chance to keep her pregnancy going and give her babies the best shot at survival. The head of the clinic, Dr. Mariusz Zimmer, explained that from the moment the first baby was born, they considered Joanna to be in labor. The doctors worked hard to stop her contractions, but they knew the birth process had already started. A mother's journey from death to life. Throughout Nasari's pregnancy, everything seemed normal, and doctors had no major concerns. In 2018, the long-awaited day arrived for baby Jalong to be born in Indonesia. But what should have been an ordinary birth turned into something extraordinary. Baby Jalong was born with an incredible condition. Along with his arms and legs, he had not 1 but 2 faces, each with its own brain. This rare and remarkable condition is known as craniofacial duplication, which occurs when conjoined twins fail to fully separate in the womb. As if that wasn't enough, Geelong also faced another serious challenge called hydranencephaly, which causes dangerous fluid buildup in the brain. Because of these unique issues, traditional baby care routines like breastfeeding weren't possible. Instead, Geelong had to be fed through a tube. The medical team was faced with a tough decision and discussed the possibility of a high-risk operation to remove one of Geelong's faces and brains. Now, it's time for today's subscriber pick. In the image, you see a heavily pregnant woman who looks like she's about to give birth at any moment. But how many babies could she be carrying to look like this? Let's travel to South Africa, where an incredible story has unfolded. Gosiame Thamarasithole has reportedly given birth to 10 babies, which could be a new world record. Gosiame's husband, Teboho Tsotetsi, was astonished when the decuplets arrived, as scans had only shown 8 babies in the womb. A family member revealed that Gosiame delivered 5 babies naturally and 5 via cesarean section. The mother, who already had 6-year-old twins, gave birth to her babies at just 29 weeks. Her pregnancy was incredibly challenging, filled with prayers for a safe delivery and countless sleepless nights of worry. This pregnancy shattered all records, leaving even doctors in disbelief and changing medical history forever. What do you think about incredible births like this? What's the most number of babies you've seen someone give birth to? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. World's oldest mother. A 70-year-old Ugandan woman named Safina Namakwaya has made headlines by giving birth to twins, a boy and a girl, after undergoing in vitro fertilization treatment. This incredible event took place at the Women's Hospital International and Fertility Center in Kampala, Uganda, where she successfully delivered the babies through a cesarean section. In an interview with a local NTV channel, Safina shared that this was her second time giving birth, having previously delivered a daughter in 2020. Despite facing many challenges during her pregnancy, including being abandoned by the children's father, Safina remained strong. Despite her worries about how she would care for the twins on her own, Safina expressed joy in finally becoming a mother after enduring years of stigma for being childless. She recalled a painful memory of a young boy mocking her, saying she was cursed to die without children. With this remarkable birth, Safina Namakwaya has become the oldest woman in Africa to give birth. The miraculous embrace. In 2018, Hannah, a 28-year-old mother, gave birth to premature twins, Dylan and Daniel, in a British hospital. Born much too early, Daniel's health took a turn for the worse, forcing him to spend weeks in an incubator, clinging to life with the help of a breathing machine. While baby Dylan thrived in another hospital, baby Daniel's outlook remained bleak, and doctors feared he might not survive. As Daniel's condition worsened, Hannah and her husband rushed to the hospital, hoping to let Dylan share one final hug with his struggling brother, fearing it might be their last moment together. The sight of the tiny twins cuddled up in the incubator brought tears to everyone who witnessed it. Then something incredible happened. After just 5 minutes together, Daniel's oxygen levels began to rise, sparking hope where there had been only despair. When the twins finally left the hospital together, healthy and side by side, their story amazed people all around the world. Woman with the most children. Mariam Nabatanzi Babiria, also known as Mama Uganda or Mother Uganda, is a Ugandan woman famous for giving birth to 44 children. As of April 2023, 38 of her children are still alive. Her eldest children are 31 years old, and her youngest is just 6. Born around 1980, Babiria first became a mother at just 13 years old, after being forced into marriage the year before. By the age of 36, she had given birth to 44 children, including 3 sets of quadruplets, 4 sets of triplets, and 6 sets of twins. This incredible number of births is due to a rare genetic condition that causes her ovaries to release multiple eggs at once. In 2019, at age 40, she had a medical procedure to stop any more pregnancies. After her 6th delivery, Babiria tried to stop having more children, but was warned that doing so could endanger her life. At 23, with 25 children already, doctors advised her to keep having children because her ovaries were still producing many eggs. Interracial twins. A British couple, Dean Durrant and Alison Spooner, has defied statistical odds twice, welcoming 2 sets of twins where one sibling showcases black ethnicity while the other exhibits white features. The recent pair, Mia and Leah, born with distinct appearances, join older twins Lauren and Haley, who also display remarkably different skin tones and eye colors. This rarity is emphasized by the fact that both sets are fraternal, originating from separately fertilized eggs. While such occurrences are uncommon, experts note the possibility of increased prevalence due to a rising number of mixed-race couples. Born prematurely in southern England, the twins now reside with their parents in Fleet, southwest of London, the world's only nonuplets. These extraordinary babies made history by setting the Guinness World Record for the most babies born in a single delivery to survive. Their mother, Halima Sissay, who is now 27, was flown to Morocco for special medical care before they were born in May 2021. After their birth, the babies received medical support in Casablanca. Health Minister Dieminatou Sangara promised that the government would continue to support the family. The nonuplets, 5 girls and 4 boys, were born by cesarean section at just 30 weeks. Their names are Khadija, Fatuma, Hawa, Adama, and Umu for the girls, and Muhammad V, Umar, El Haji, and Ba for the boys. At birth, they weighed between 500 grams and 1 kilogram, according to Professor Youssef Alawi, the medical director of the clinic where they were born. The babies faced risks due to their early arrival and spent their early months in the hospital. They were later moved to an apartment where they received constant care from the Ain Borha clinic. On their first birthday, their father noted that each baby has a distinct personality. They all have different characters. Some are quiet, while others are louder and cry more. Some always want to be held. They are all very unique, which is perfectly normal, he said. The nonuplets have become famous in Mali, and people are eager to meet them. The family proudly displayed their Guinness World Records certificate when they arrived in Mali. Thank you for watching. See you next time.